Hi, my name is Izzy, and I am here to help you inform yourself on how to become a citizen of the USA or educate yourself more on the U.S. government. There are three branches of the federal government: the legislative branch, the executive branch, and the judicial branch. Federal means countrywide. The first thing we are going to cover is how the government generally works and its goals. The Constitution, which is basically the document that was created in 1878, sets up how our government should work in 7 articles, basically really long paragraphs. Then there is the preamble, which is basically the first paragraph of the Constitution. The three first words of the preamble are "We the people," which basically explains the concept of self-government. Self-government is when the people of the country have a say on how the government should work. Many think that the president is the only person in the executive branch, but it's so much bigger. It is actually the largest branch with a cabinet, vice president, all the executive departments, agencies, and secretaries. You may be asking, what are executive departments, agencies, and secretaries? Each executive department is in charge of a different political issue. For example, there's the Department of Homeland Security. Agencies are specific programs within the departments, like the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, is part of the Department of Justice. There are 15 departments. For each department, there is a secretary who is the leader of a department and is also part of the president's cabinet. The people in the cabinet are the president's advisors. The executive branch also enforces laws and makes regulations, which are basically mini laws. They also come up with new ideas for laws. Legislative means to make laws, so it's pretty self-explanatory. The legislative branch makes laws. The legislative branch, which is Congress, is bicameral, which means in Congress there are two parts, the Senate and the House of Representatives. The Vice President is in charge of Congress, and the Vice President pro tempore is in charge when the Vice President isn't around. Speaking of leaders, the Speaker of the House is in charge of the House of Representatives. You also may be asking, what is the difference between the Senate and the House of Representatives? The numbers of representatives per state is based on the population, and there are only 2 senators per state. And there are other differences, like bills, which are proposed laws, have to be approved by the House of Representatives before going to the Senate and then going to the President. Some powers of Congress are vetoing laws, impeaching presidents, and helping select Supreme Court justices. The judicial branch is to testify civil and criminal cases in court. Civil cases challenge the rights of people. Criminal cases are cases dealing with crime. This can get confusing, but there are 2 parts to the judicial branch. One part is the state court system, which handles small disputes about laws. Some examples are divorces and petty crimes. Then there's the federal court system, which handles federal law offenses and disputes. Some examples are murder trials, and laundering money cases. There is a way, if the losing side thinks there has been some mistake, to testify again. They can ask for a higher court to review the case. That court is called an appellate court. To know about the U.S. government. I hope this helped you pass your citizen test or just be more informed about how the U.S. government works. Bye!